Hello, everybody. This is Mo Elias, and I am the co-founder of Framing POS. Today, I'm along with my partner Aslan. We're doing our Meet the Founders. This is episode number 5. So we have some cool updates. We actually have. I'm going to show you guys a demo of how the Square Terminal connection works with Framing POS, which we finished this week. We did the framing. We did the Square invoice last week, so we're going to do the framing terminal today. We have some vendors that we already have. These are the vendors that we've added so far: MPF, Bella, Decor, Larson, Omega, Roma, South Star, not South Start. This is a misspell on my end. Let me fix that here. Studio Molding, Vermont. We also, this week, we added, let me just create a banner here. We added Dunmore, Picture Woods, and International. All right, this week we added Dunmore, Picture Woods, International. If you have any vendors that you'd like us to add, please have them contact us. So contact me, put me through with the right people, and I'll talk to them, and we'll add them here. So we have these, and then the mat boards that we've added last week, still the same. Arctique, Bainbridge, Crescent, Peterborough. This should cover at least 80% of the users. Right now, we are, Aslan is working on something quick so I can show you guys the Square Terminal production, the Square Terminal in action. I'm going to actually charge myself $1 or $1.50 and show you guys how that works. In the meantime, we had a Zoom call with a couple of picture framers, maybe a handful of them from all around the country. Some had a single shop, some had multiple shops. And I made a presentation to them of how I want this thing to work. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how that works. So this will be in the production. So let me see. I'm going to click on screen share. Share screen. Tab. There you go. All right. So that's my screen right here. And let me bring it up. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is there's going to be, when we have the production up, we're working on this feature right now. There'll be a thing called a pick list, a purchase order list, cut list, and labels. A pick list is a list, is a piece of paper that you're going to get. You're going to go in the back, check your material. A purchase order, basically, you put a vendor name, you put all the items you want to order from them. A cut list is going to be a list that's going to show you this frame needs to be cut at this size, at this number, and this is the work order. And the labels will be little labels that you can print out, stick to each chop, stick to each frame, so it can identify the products and keep track of them. So this is going to be a pick list. Right now, this is what we're thinking of creating. There'll be a nice little picture of the molding. I think this will be very cool to have. Tells you, well, I'm missing here quantity of frames. There'll be a quantity of frames, size, footage needed per frame. Oh, actually, there'll be footage needed in total for this work order. So I got this actually from the talk with the different picture framers on Monday. And then this will be on your phone. Imagine this was a little screen on your phone, and you go in the back and you click on, hey, we have none of this. So you click on the red. Or you say, I have enough of this. You click on the green. Or you're going to say, look, if you need 6.5 feet, I found 5 feet. You put 5 feet here. And then in the purchase order, it's going to accumulate that. It's going to say, okay, this guy needed 6.5 feet, but he found 5. So let's order 1.5 foot. Obviously, you're not going to order 1.5 foot, but at least it tells you the minimum you're going to need. So this is how your frame is going to look like. And then this is how your mat's going to look like. There'll be a picture of the mat. So at least you have some kind of presentation of the color. Do the same thing. I have the mat, I have this, and I have that. And then you move on and you go next to your glass, right? So there'll be a separate page or maybe a separate section for each type of glass. And it tells you, okay, I'm using these. And then you go and say, okay, I have enough of that. I don't have enough of this, and we have to order. So this will be your pick list. And obviously, all these get added to the purchase order. And then you're not going to order a sheet of glass. You're going to order a box. So you can make adjustments there on your side. So this is what we worked on, and I have some good feedback that I'm going to implement, and hopefully when we have it ready, I'll be able to demo that for you guys. Let's see here. So that's the production part. We are still looking for beta testers. If anybody's interested, beta testers pay a one-time fee of $99. You get free service for 6 months. Then you pay $1 a day to the end of 2025. January 2026, you're going to pay $55 a month. If you have any questions, please bring it up, and I'll put them on screen, and we will help you answer them. If you sign up as a new customer, you're going to get free 2 hours of consultation with Sheila. You go to our website, info.framingpos.com, and there'll be a link to set that up. We'll pay for the 2 hours, and then you get that. After 2 hours, you are on your own. Aslan, are you ready with the Square Terminal section?
Yeah, but it's honestly a 50-50 if it'll work right now, because we have
All right, let's see.
a
I'll take my chances.
we have a developer who's currently working on it as we speak, so
Okay.
it's like in construction phase.
All right. So let me share. Let me
Yeah.
go to share screen here. Present.
So it'll only work if you're logged in already.
Okay.
So we'll see if you're logged into the Square account.
All right. So how do I do this? I remove this. Stop screen. Present. Share screen. And if it doesn't work this week, we'll show it next week. I worked on it the other day several times, so it was fine. All right. So we'll go here. Let's see. It said disconnect, so I'm probably logged in. All right. So I'm going to go to work order. Let me go to invoice. You see my screen, right?
Yeah. This is the staging site, right?
Yep, on the staging site. All right, so let's go to a big order like this. All right, so here's how it works. So now you want to pay. So this guy bought something for $700, taxes this amount, and now you've taken all these payments and you want to take more payment. Let's say you want to take in, first you go to Square Terminal, which is here, and then you put in the amount. Let's say you want to put in $2.48. Let's
just scroll down a little bit. The graphics little hiding that part. Yeah.
Okay. This is I'm not logged in, man. This is not black.
You're not logged in?
Yeah. So let me go to setting. See if I can do that. Integration. Oh, it says disconnect. All right, let me disconnect. See if I can connect again. Setting. Integration. Connect. All right, it's not connecting. All right, so this demo isn't going to work, but I'm telling you guys it worked. So what I did, you go to invoice, you go here, and you pick that, and then you click on add, you click Square Terminal, and you put, I don't know, $10, and this becomes black. If you're logged in, this becomes black. Right now it's gray, which is the problem. So once this becomes black, on the credit card machine, which I'm holding up right here, you will see. So once it's connected, it becomes like this, black. Okay, so it will not take payment directly. So this opens up and it says, okay, $10, and you take the card, you swipe it. Once this gets swiped and the credit card transaction goes through, you go back to the invoice and it marks the invoice paid with the amount. So you don't have to do a double entry and you don't have to do a mistake. So if you made a mistake and you charge a guy $100 instead of $10, it's going to reflect the $100. So that will show up there for you. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that next week. If I can make it work sooner, maybe I'll put up some videos and show you guys that before. Okay, Azan, what else is happening? Tell me some improvements and bug fixes if there's any this week.
Yeah. Well, the big thing is the pick list, the stuff that you just showed.
Yeah.
One thing that we discussed. Let me just share this. Give me 1 sec. Present. All right, can you see my screen?
Yeah, a little too small. If you would enlarge.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
All right, so this is basically the work order page. And currently, you're limited to these columns in the work order. We want to add basically a checkbox that lets you expand these columns, and you can have like instead of 1 row per work order, it'll be like 2 or 3 rows. And you'll have a bunch of tags that you can assign to the work orders. So a tag could be like let's say you don't have enough mat boards to fulfill this order, there could be a tag that says, like mat board on order, or we have enough mat boards, or any type of custom tags that will be color coded, and it'll just give you like a quick glance to easily distinguish which work orders can be worked on right now versus what will be workable later on. That's the big one that we are working on.
So that will have almost unlimited number of columns that you can kind of see the whole view of the operation, instead of having a giant screen, right? So the tags can accommodate a whole bunch of statuses instead of having just 3-4 status. Almost unlimited in that case if you're going to put the tags in.
Yeah, and you can color code it however you want. If if something is like a really high priority, you could like put it red on it just to let the workers know that you need to work on this right now. And then however you want to customize it, you can customize it.
I think that would look cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that implementation because that would be very helpful. Something similar to that. I heard. I didn't hear. I watched a YouTube video, and Uber had a thing called the God view of the operation. They see every single car in that one city that's going everywhere, and they were tracking newspaper people, because they sign up and they were like, okay, where is this newspaper reporters going? And I don't know if there was a bad story about them, so they were giving them a hard time. They were delaying their arrival. There was some creepy stuff. But seeing all your operations in one screen is very beneficial for a frame shop. I think that would be very cool. Okay, let's see here. I don't have any questions here on Facebook or YouTube, and I don't have anything on Instagram. So I think if there's nothing else to add here, I think we're going to say goodbye.
I do want to mention one more movement that we made. Now in the mat boards, you can search the IDs of the mat boards with just the number if you want, or you could put like the letter and the number.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that. You want to show? You want to show it?
Yeah. Let me share my screen. Okay, so this is the mat board page.
All right. So let me give you a number. 9502.
9502. So there we go. We got Crescent 94502.
And can I search for C9502?
Yeah. So let me refresh the page so it was that. And if we search, same one.
Good. So I don't have to remember if Crescent gets a C in front of it, if Peterborough gets a P in front of it or not. So I can just put the number that's on the back of the mat board, because when you look at the back of the mat board, it doesn't have a C9502. It just has a 9502. So I can just put in that number and there'll be no learning curve right there. Yeah. Oh, very cool. This is cool. We could do that with frames, but now we can do it with mats too.
Yeah. So it's already in the moldings. So you could do this if we did like what's a molding ID?
Put in 950. Put 9600. 9600.
9600. There we go. Core 9600.
Nice. Yeah. Or you can put D9600, right?
I think it was DC.
Is it DC?
Yeah, it was DC.
Okay. And is it dot DC?
Yeah, let me try that. Dot DC. Yep.
Oh, there you go.
That works as well.
So in this case, like I made a presentation initially when we announced this, you don't have to remember the prefix or the suffix. All you got to do is just enter a number, and it's going to automatically figure it out. What happens if there's several options? What if there's more than one molding that has 9600?
Then all of them will show up.
And then you select which one you want to use.
Yeah.
I see. All right, that's neat. Hey, you were working on the mounting and the hardware part. How far is that? How far along is that?
So the directory we have complete. We just put like a test mounting here. We're working on the pricing right now. So the pricing, you'll be able to price by United Inches. And this vendors tab will be replaced by like a category or type. So like you can assign a certain pricing to say all mountings or all fittings based on whatever you put in this tab.
I see. I got a question. Lucky Rabbit Custom Framing. When
Mhm.
issues arise, login issue, material wrong, pricing wrong, who is handling that, and how quickly do these get resolved?
You can just email us at contact@framingpos.com. These get solved pretty quickly. We check this email pretty much every day. And we have like a team of developers working on this. So
Yeah. So I check the emails. Aslan checks the emails, and
Mhm.
also my cousin is also checking emails. So we have 3 people checking emails. So we should be able to handle that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to give him a second, see if Lucky Rabbit has more questions. Otherwise, I'm going to say goodbye. Lucky Rabbit, I don't know what your first name is. I'm sorry. Maybe you can put that in the comments. Okay. Looks like no more questions, and we'll talk Monday next week. And Lucky Rabbit, if you do have any questions and you saw this after the fact, you can still comment on Facebook. Oh, there you go. You can still. Hello from Pakistan, Hamad. Hamad is one of our developers. He's in Pakistan, he says. All right. I thought he was in Dallas, but we'll talk to him about that later. All right. This sounds good. And
All right.
we'll catch up next week.
Yeah,
Take care,
sounds
guys.
good.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.